go.
All good to go. We've got the thumbs up our side. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We hope you can all hear and see us.
We've got some emojis coming through.
Emojis coming through. That's beautiful. What a great start. What a great start. We've got a hand raise. Oh, it's all starting. It's all kicking off already. Oh, this is great stuff. So, hello, everybody, and welcome. We will give it another couple of minutes. We've had a few texts and messages from people to say they're on their way to log in. So, we will just... Hi, Fran. Nice to see you. Let's just click on the attendees. Who else we've got so far? Hi, James. Hi, Wayne. Francesco, we've just had our tasting with you. We can't get away from you, Francesco.
Let me see.
It's quite far away over here for us. Yeah, Alessio, hello.
Yeah.
Michael, hello. Jonathan, hello.
Yeah,
Pasquale, Rupert.
Hello.
Loads of emojis flying through. So, like I said, we've got people online so far. There's been around 50 registrants, so we know not everyone will be able to make every session this week. So
and obviously, all you guys are very, very busy with the reopening.
Yes, busy times,
which is good.
We appreciate you giving up a little bit of your time this evening. And for those that have done the tasting.
Look at us and listen to us.
Yeah, listen to us, have a bit of a good time, and hopefully share some wisdom with you guys as well. So we'll give it a couple of minutes, and then we will we'll crack on with the opening ceremony. So we hope you've got a glass of something. Doesn't have to be bubbles, and we'll have a drink this evening as well.
It's a Tuesday, why not?
So we'll have a cheers while we're
Cheers.
Cheers.
I think someone sent
somebody sent a little chat.
Oh,
Roxanne and Chris are on.
Chris, hello.
Hello. Oh, James, I didn't mean to raise my hand. I thought I was waving. Lots of that's happening.
This is good. This is good.
This is what we want. Pasquale's saying hello. Fran, no idea how this works yet, but loving it. We're sort of in the same position.
Yeah, we'll figure it out together.
We've done plenty of tests, but we when we go live, it's all different game, isn't it?
It's a little bit like Clubhouse.
Yes, a little bit of video version of Clubhouse, maybe when people will start to come up on stage and introduce themselves shortly.
So we've had to get out of our pajamas for fun today.
Yeah, speed dating for wine, definitely. We'll do some speed networking later. That's what we're all about. So we'll just give it another minute or so. I can see people, a couple of people just joined us. I think Roxanne's just joined us. Chris has just joined us. Romeo has just joined us. That's a new name on there. Hi, Romeo. There's people, I think people are sort of bobbing in and out. Let's hope everyone can keep a good connection. Rightio, I think.
Ready?
I think people will log in and they'll jump in and out, won't they? So.
And don't worry about if, for whatever reason in the week, you can't make one of the sessions, because we are going to record all the sessions, and then we can send them out and you can watch as and when
you wish.
Yeah.
Yes, super stuff. So, hello everyone. We'll start again. Hello everyone, and welcome to Champagne Redefined Growers Gastronomy Conference 2021, and our first ever trade show.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. My glass is behind me. We'll do another cheers.
Cheers, and cheers to all of you.
Cheers to you all for joining us. So, as you may know already, I am Cameron, and this is my much better half.
I'm Naomi, and together we are Deux Wines. Now, we'll just tell you a little bit. Probably you might know, you might not. But Deux Wines was born out of a love affair with champagne, not only as the wine, but also as the region. And from all the moments that we enjoyed drinking champagne together.
This being one to add to the collection.
Definitely. Now, the name originates from the date that we got engaged in Vinay, which is a little village just outside of Epinay, on 2nd of June, hence the 2 and the 6.
Correct. So we've had numerous people ask us, how do we interpret the name? How do we say it? Is it Deux? Is it De Six? Is it Deux Six?
I think my personal favourite has to be Deceased.
Yeah, not the...
Which is not really a great look.
Not what we was going for, but Deux Six has sort of stuck with us a little bit. And we're sort of happy that it's up for interpretation, which I suppose is what wine and champagne is about. It's how you interpret it, how you enjoy it, which is which is what makes it the wonderful drink that we all enjoy.
Definitely, and we've done a lot of interpretation ourselves, which you may or you may not have seen on our social media with our draw and pair the wines.
Yes.
We've had a lot of interpretation there, haven't we?
Indeed, and as much as our business has been built on our passion and our love for champagne, it's also stemmed from a couple of frustrations that we've had as consumers. So having tasted and visited Champagne and found all these amazing growers, we sort of had a little bit of frustration when back in the UK and being presented with champagne lists that maybe lacked a little bit of creativity or originality or authenticity, and being presented with the same sort of lists over and over again. So as grower champagne started to become more and more popular in the UK, we thought that we could do something to help some of the producers that we fell in love with. And hence where the business was created. So now our mission is very simple. It's to revitalise champagne lists across the UK. Yeah,
so we feel that champagne is underappreciated in UK gastronomy. We think it should be more accessible for people to enjoy with food and understand the little details and the complexities of each bottle. And we feel like our portfolio does just that.
Yeah, we want to help establishments and places to sell more champagne, to deliver new and unique events, and to make unforgettable food and champagne pairings that we know are possible, and we know you guys create. And some of the conversations we've had this morning have been amazing to hear what you guys are thinking to potentially pair with some of our bottles. And that's what we're all about. We want to help you. We want to help you guys get more out of your champagne list and to get more customers as well, and give them the best experiences. So in the UK, the champagne sector is still very, very highly dominated by the big brands and the Grand Marques and the names that we all know. So we're just going to share our screen very quickly to just go through a couple of these, just to set the scene really of where the UK market is at. Now these are pre-COVID figures from the Comité de Champagne. So let's quickly showcase some of these. So hopefully if this all goes to plan, we're all Zoom experts and Teams experts, but this is obviously new to us all. So hopefully you can all see our shared screen now. Give us a thumbs up or a smiley face if you can.
Raise your hand, something.
So as you can see here, from the latest report in Champagne, 360 maisons or houses that produce wine, 140 cooperatives, and 16,100 growers. So you can see straight away the massive part that they play in the infrastructure and the ecosystem of Champagne. Now, as we click further onto that and we delve deeper into those 16,000 growers, out of those 4,500 produce their own wines. However, only 1,800 will export to other markets. So this is where we start to come in and start to help these smaller producers and artisan and family producers expand their business and expand their reach. So if we look at that on a global scale in terms of the percentage or the numbers of producers based on whether they are a house or a cooperative or a grower producer. So on the left, you can see the total number of producers in that category that will sell their wines globally. And on the right, you can see the UK figures, as I said, pre-COVID. So the big one here is obviously 3,995 growers sell their wines globally, which is a reduction from 2018-2019 of 164. However, you compare that to the UK market, you can see the overall number is much less, only 190 growers exporting to the UK, but we can see obviously a growth of 33 new producers in that year.
But I think it's important to mention there is a growth of grower champagnes in the UK. However, if you look at that globally, grower champagnes are still widely distributed in Scandinavia,
USA market is massive, yeah, Asian market is huge. And again, if you just compare that on total volume of bottles, we can really see a big difference now compared to the global volume. So the colour at the bottom, so the blue at the bottom is the total volume production for house maisons. So 72.2% globally, 85% in the UK. So you can see an increase when you come into the UK of the big brands dominating the volume. When you look into cooperatives, again, there is a larger percentage in the UK. A lot of this will come down to supermarkets' own labels and things like that. However, when you look at the grower figure, this is the big one, which is quite a massive difference, from 18.6% of total volume across the globe being attributed to grower champagnes compared to 1.2 in the UK. And that's not just volume, it is also value as well. You can see here again, only 1.1% of the value of all champagne imported into the UK is from grower producers. So not only for us, not only for you guys, for everybody involved in the hospitality, this is a huge, huge growth opportunity. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an insight into where the current market is pre-COVID. It'd be interesting to see how the report changes over the next 12 months. So hopefully you can see us all now back on the full screen.
But I think from that, it is important to mention that we aren't against the Grand Marques or the bigger houses, because they ultimately have built the region to what it is today, and they still produce some of the most amazing wines that we and the world love.
We still drink, and we want to provide an alternative. We want to provide an option. We want to provide character and stories, the families, the terroir, everything that makes grower champagne a wine first, and that is what we are super, super passionate. And the key to this is education. The key to this is educating consumers, educating clients, working closely with the trade, working closely with sommeliers and restaurants. And we did a research piece as we launched the business, and we spoke to over 40 sommeliers from different establishments, and some of you are in the audience today, and they really helped us in terms of how champagne was used in their restaurant or in their hotel. And we found that a key driver to being able to sell champagne was the consumer's knowledge. They would know a Veuve Clicquot, they would know a Taittinger, they would know a Moët & Chandon. However, with the lesser known names, education was the most important thing. So we hope we can provide you with those materials, with the opportunity to meet the producers that you'll have this week, and really sort of delve deeper into these amazing stories that make these wines so incredible. So this has led us to develop a 5-core strategy, hasn't it?
I call it Product Gems.
Product Gems is our little analogy. So we're going to very quickly go through the 5 little strands. And the first one is obviously product, and it is what it says on the tin. It's your product, it's your champagne. How does your quality and value for money compare to other wines on your list? Do you have a variety of champagnes from different sub-regions and terroirs? Do you explore the different areas and list them on your menu? Have you got exclusive champagnes that are you can only find in your restaurant, or they can't be found anywhere else? How does your product stand out compared to what other people may have on their list?
Yeah, and then the G in GEMS stands for gastronomy. So with grower champagnes, there are absolutely no limits, as we found today.
No limits.
To some of you, to find what can suit any cuisine, any dish to suit a champagne. So we want you to think about how well do you currently use champagne as a pairing with food? What unique pairings do you create that are out of the norm? How accessible do you make champagne with your meal? And how do you work with your kitchen closely to develop the best pairings?
And unique pairings and new things. It's all about that experience. And as we come out, obviously, the pandemic and lockdown, we're all urging for those experiences again, aren't we? We're all urging for somebody else to do the dishes and do the cooking. And as much as we've loved probably spending time making dishes and making pairings at home, and we've done a lot ourselves, there's nothing better than letting us do it, is there? So into E in Product Gems, and E stands for events. And it's the perfect way to engage your clients into new products. Whether that's hosting a wine flight dinner, whether it's hosting a champagne private event, whether it's going through the region, whether it's trying different and new unique wines to showcase certain areas of your wine list. There's no better way to do that with some exclusive and exciting events.
Now, M in GEMS stands for the menu. So the main point for your clients is your wine menu. So we want you to think about how do you make this accessible and easily understandable? Do you take the fear away from being presented with a huge wine list? As a consumer, I know in the past, we were a bit, yes, we love champagne, yes, we love wine, but we would be looking through thinking, oh, where do I really start with
this?
this?
Start with 800 wines, yeah.
How does the list explain your wines and entice your customers to want to buy a bottle rather than buy a glass? And what format does it take? And is it easily digestible? Are you having to read through loads to find out what you want?
Exactly. And if the sommelier is at another table or whatever it might be, how can that menu really sing what your restaurant and your wine list is about and take the ear away, like we said? Mm-hmm. Coming from that consumer background, this is really important to us, and what we want to try and express to you guys and to people in the industry is that you can make it friendly for people like us and for your guests to really be able to sit and have a great time with a wine list on their table. So, because ultimately there are going to be some amazing wines on there, and you don't really want them to be missed. Yeah, of course. So that's the M in GEMS, and to finish is S, which is obviously you guys. It's the staff, it's your team, it's your people, it's the heart of your restaurant, and it's the biggest tool to making your staff, making your guests, feel comfortable with your wines and your wine list. So, how do you train your team? How do you work closer with your team? What little bits of information do you give them on a shift? How can they really sell the story, the wine, and everything that makes champagne so incredible? Are your staff comfortable with your list? Are your staff comfortable with champagne as a region? What questions do your clients regularly ask, and how can you prepare your staff to answer those with confidence, and then fill your guests with confidence so they can then select and explore your wine list in a way that everybody is super excited about, mm-hmm. which is what is amazing. And also, do the staff know the stories behind the wine? And how can you do that in a simple and clean and crisp way that isn't overbearing, overpowering, and everything goes over their heads? Yeah. They forget it by the time the doors open. So, so with this framework, product GEMS, and with some additions that we can add to wine list, we believe that we can really give you some techniques and materials and a different approach to selling wine that will be a success in your establishments. Mm-hmm. So this week's event has been created with the main focus for allowing us to discover, learn and network together. Mm-hmm. And we wanted the evening sessions to be really about you guys. We wanted you to have the opportunity to network and meet new people or reconnect with people that you've not been able to see for the last 12 months. And it's great to see some of you using the tools already. So we're going to have a little flick through some of the sort of elements of the software which make AirMeet pretty engaging. So the main reason we wanted to use AirMeet is obviously we've done tastings. We know you would have been inundated with tastings. Yeah. So we want to make something a bit different where you can join in. The last thing we want you to do is sit there on the other side to be bored listening for a long time. So this software, AirMeet, has got some key features which will be vital to making our events fun and successful. And great for you guys and a good experience for you. Yeah. So we're going to run through now, so that you can start to use them now. Some of you already have. Some of you already are. It's firing away, which is good. And then you can use them as you log on more throughout the other masterclasses. Yep, right. So if you want to ask any questions, you will be able to see on the right-hand side of your screen a little questions box. So any point we are live, you can put in there, and those will come through straight to me and Cameron. The other guests won't be able to see that. If you want to put them straight into the chat box, that's fine. And then we'll be able to answer those. However, we may miss if they go in the chat, because we can see obviously lots of things are happening in the chat. So the best way to get your question to us, if you want to type it down, is in that questions box, and we can obviously attend to that question. Yeah. Alternatively, you can raise your hand. We know some of you have already done. And when you raise your hand, we can go onto our section and we can actually invite you onto the stage. So if you've got something important to say, we want you along with us. And you can come onto the stage, say your piece, and then you can go back into the audience. Yeah. So sometimes we will ask people, we might go away, we might have some really interesting conversations and want you guys to come onto the stage. So that will be the way to do it. Share best practice and have those discussions, isn't it? Yeah. We also ask you some questions. Yes, we'll flip it onto you guys as well. So you can ask us questions. We'll ask you some as well. We can ask you. So these will come up as polls on your screen, and you can answer straight away. So it will be yes and no.
So, for example, if I just unfortunately have to put my video down.
No, I don't know. We're going to try and send you a poll now. We've got a little keyboard here that has been working all day, but I think I've just seen a notification say it's lost connection, which will be typical. So you might get zoomed up bright face of me in a second. So on these polls, they will rise up. Oh, we're connected. There we go.
If you get your thing.
So we're going to send you a quick poll, and you can answer yes or no straight away, and it will come through to us, and we can see the percentages. So.
No.
No, that's not how I do it.
Good try.
There we go.
There we go.
Right, so if you type away.
If you press in,
no.
Type.
Oh,
there we go. So let's type in, first things first, do you understand how to ask
a question?
Have I spelled this right? This will be embarrassing if it's not. There we go. So you guys can build through to that. Do you understand how to ask a question? There we go. We can see them coming through.
Anybody that says no, oh, there's a couple of no's.
Oh, no.
That's your fault. We'll blame that on you, Naomi. Oh, the no's are rising through. I reckon that's Francesco having us on. Good laughing faces. Super. So it will come up straight away as a little poll and you can answer. So for those guys, the 12% who maybe don't understand how to ask a question, there are two ways. On the right hand side, you can click the questions, little question mark in that white speech bubble. Click on that and submit your question. You can type away. Alternatively, you can raise your hand and we can allow you onto stage and you will be seen by the audience and we can have that conversation. You can ask that question on screen. And
I think we should take that stigma away. It doesn't matter if you're on stage. We're all at home. We're now Zoom experts, like we said before.
Yeah. Have you got your PJs on or your shorts on?
We used to be on camera now. It's fine.
Super stuff. So, shall we send one more poll out?
I think so.
Let's double check we got that. So let's start this second one. I've got it right this time, I think. So we're going to type away what we're going for.
You need to press it again.
Oh, I need to press it again.
There we go. So.
I'm not a very glamorous assistant to you, am I?
We'll swap it around.
What are we going for? Are you currently having a glass of wine? A glass of wine, used to be.
Oh,
can you see it?
I've had too many glasses of wine.
A glass of, just delete that. There we go. Delete. There we go. A glass of wine.
I'm currently having a glass of wine.
No, too many no's to start off with that.
Oh,
It's a battle. 45, 55%, 58%, 62%. It's like Family Fortunes. 67% no. So we've got on Friday to get that yes box up to 100%. So bring us a little a tipple of your choice.
It's gone up to 69%.
If you've done a tasting with us as well, maybe bring your favourite bottle that you've had from your tastings in the day. So there we go. They're the polls. They are how it work. We'll get better at sending those out as well. As you can see, the text is a little bit quiet. Fran's having a cuppa. The poll doesn't work from an iPhone. Yeah, unfortunately, Wayne. Yeah, the best way to experience all this is through Google Chrome and on a laptop or a computer. You will be able to obviously tune in and watch us and listen to us on an iPhone or whatever. But yeah, the best way to experience all these different parts is logging on to
take part in all
the fun bits. So there are your polls. So hopefully we'll send lots of those out throughout the event.
Yeah. Now another great feature is the social lounge, where that's where you would have been when you first came in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where all the tables are, and that's the perfect way for you to meet other guests and network and discuss with each other. So if you join a table, you can sit down. Now you can put your camera on. If you don't want to do that, you can just type away in the chat box.
Yep.
And we'll be using this in some of our masterclasses. So we'll have some time live where it's us two, and then we'll come away from that so you can discuss some key themes or topics, and then we'll bring that back and then discuss it all together. And who knows, maybe invite some people onto the stage as well.
Indeed. So the social lounge is a great part of this. Obviously, we can't be there to meet you all and being in room. So you can, when we take a break from the live sessions, you can go and join a room, see a table, see what people are sat on there, have a conversation, discuss some of the things we've been speaking about, and like we said, we will purposely come out of those sessions for you to have a discussion.
Yeah.
Now, I know Fran's already mentioned it as well. We can do some speed networking. wine networking, some speed wining, whatever we could call it.
It's not speed dating, it's one of those kinds of conferences.
There we go. So to break the ice with all you guys and us as well, we're going to get the conversations flowing during this speed networking. So in a short while, we're going to take a break from this session. We're going to go into the social lounge, and on top of your screen, you will see an option to start speed networking. Now with this, you will automatically get paired to somebody in the guest on the guest list. I can't speak. And you will get 2 minutes with that person. With those 2 minutes, we want you to introduce yourself, say hello, what's your name, where'd you come from, what's your job, are you reopening next week, yes or no? And then if you are drinking, share what you're drinking tonight. And also we want you to just have a little chat about why you have joined this conference today. For what reason? Are you just in the evening? Have you got a tasting pack? Just to start those conversations flowing. So we're going to give you 6 minutes. We're going to join as well in speed working, so you might get paired with us, so apologies if you do. And quick fire, 2 minutes. Name, where are you from, what's your job, where are you working, and why you've joined our conference today.
And it is set up automatically, so you do only get tips. You're going to get a lot of fast talking.
So you'll automatically get moved on.
Yeah, if you are in your pajamas, prepare to get those cameras on.
I've got my shorts
talk
on.
To people. And if you are, what was the percentage? 69% of people who have not got a glass of bubbly, you've got a chance now to
a glass of wine, anything. Go grab one.
Run, dash, and get one.
So we are going to click take a break, which will take us all into that social lounge, and then click on that speed networking button, and you've got 6 minutes to meet 3 new people. And we want to hear who you've met when we come back.
Yes.
So we're going to take a break. Thanks for joining us for the first part of the session, and we'll see you on the speed networking.
Hello, everybody. We should all be back.
Hello. Yes, we can see.
Give us a thumbs up if you are back and you can see us.
Ah, there we go.
Amazing.
Step 1 passed.
Perfect. So we hope you enjoyed meeting some of the other guests, and hopefully now you understand a little bit about how Any works.
And the software works, indeed. We had good fun. That was good. Yeah,
I don't think I've ever spoken as fast in my life.
So I think that was it was great fun. I didn't realise that it sort of faded out on the camera at the end of the sessions. We thought the screen was going wrong.
You feel like you could go.
we thought our battery was running out on the laptop. So no, that was great. The last thing to test out is for somebody to come and join us. So who's going to raise their hand and who's going to join us on stage and tell us about somebody they met in the speed networking session? Who would like to put their hand up? I know there's a few of you itching out there to join us. Who would like to give us a wave and join us up on stage and tell us about the amazing new person they have just met on the first day of our conference? Let's see who we can convince to get up. I know Francesco's dying to get up. I can tell from the conversation we had in the tasting. James has already tried to come up on stage, but accidentally.
It was a bit too eager.
He was too keen.
A little bit too eager.
Oh, here we go. We're missing them. That's why. We've got 2 hands raised. So let's hand the mic first. The first one that's come in is Francesco, and then we'll go to Fran. Here we go. So if we hand the mic to Francesco, and will we be able to see him as well?
Is he in his pajamas?
Hello, my friends.
Hello.
It worked. Yes.
I just want. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be the icebreaker. You know.
As always.
Cheers, guys. I just wanted to say that you're brilliant, and this is so much fun. I mean, I love it. You've been quite rude because we were chatting a lot, but it's all right. Well, I knew the other guys, Obeja, Roxanne, Natasha, and I might forget his name, and James. Sorry, Jonathan.
Jonathan, yeah.
Jonathan.
So what are you drinking?
I'm drinking the 100% Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier Chanzy Salmon.
Oh, look at that, eh? Look at that. What a superstar, Francesco, eh?
Yeah, beautiful wine. Thank you so much, by the way. Thank you.
No, it's an absolute pleasure, and nice to see you can control the camera on this one, unlike Zoom, my friend.
Yeah,
much easier. No, Francesco.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
We'll withdraw you from the stage, and we'll hand the mic. Who's next on the list? Fran. Let's say hello to Fran.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, we can hear you. Hello.
Nice. Why won't it unclick the video? There we go.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
That's a bit much, isn't it? Sorry, very big Fran. I'm not normally that big, guys. Hi to Francesco. You and I are like-minded spirits, clearly. We've got the same kind of attitude in life. Hello, guys. This is brilliant. This is really fun.
Great stuff.
Why didn't we discover this at the beginning of lockdown 1? We could have had endless amounts of fun.
It would have been so fun.
We could.
How did you hear about it? This is really good technology.
It was something I've used in my previous role before we started the business. So I worked in large sporting events, worldwide sporting events, and the organisation of branding and signage. Now we're just going to run camera because our plug's fallen out. So we're just making sure.
It's great technology, but they might die in a minute.
So making sure the battery doesn't run out. So I've used it for previous events, and thought it would be great to try and connect people. Obviously, with us all being in lockdown, so. Thankfully, it looks like everybody's understanding how it works, and it's going pretty well. So
that speed networking is really shattering, by the way. And then it's come back. We were only just getting talking, and then
then it faded out on you. It was
it's like the Matrix. It's never bring them back. I want them back. We were having a really good chat.
Oh, superb. No, thanks for joining us. Thanks for getting involved, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the conference, even when you can join us throughout. And it's great to have you.
You seriously need coverage in all the national newspapers, because this is seriously cool. I'm a PR as well, so I've got my PR head on. But we've got video in the audience too.
No, definitely. Thank you so much for your kind words, and thanks for joining us. Look forward to having you as our guest. It's a pleasure.
Excellent. Nice to
Thank you, Fran. See you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Awesome. So, a little technical hitch. Are we definitely plugged in?
Because
everybody's raving about the software. You're getting a close-up of me now, which isn't great. No, I've just unplugged us. Keep the guests entertained. So let me just plug us back in. And then we'll move on.
What's a live session without a bit of technical difficulties?
Indeed. This is all the fun and game, isn't it? There we go.
Are we in?
Green. Red. Green.
We're in.
Yes.
Good to go.
So hopefully we won't power out. Thank you, Francesco. Thank you, Fran, for joining us on stage. So if you would like to ask a question, or you would like to share some best practice in some of the sessions when we're having those discussions, that is how you can do it. And we would love to welcome you onto the stage. So there's a couple of things just on in the chat. Yeah, people are talking, people are having a chat. That's great. Look at that. Amazing. Can several of us join? Oh, good question. I'm not sure. We'll have
on
to
the
maybe,
stage?
yeah, can more than one person join at the same time? I think you can, you know. Yeah. So we'll explore that all, I think, later in the week, which is super stuff. So thank you all for participating in our little opening session. We are really pleased that you're enjoying the software and it's working well for you. Our next, we will go into our glassware masterclass.
Yep, with Chris Ward.
Is presented by Chris Ward. Can you give us a little information on Chef and Sommelier?
It is going to feature the wonderful glasses that you have all been sent.
If you're a part of our tasting pack.
Yes, if you have.
Yes, yep.
I can't speak anymore.
We're all tired from the speed networking.
So Chris Ward is from Chef and Sommelier. They not only do these lovely glasses, they do other things. So he's going to give us a bit of knowledge about the glassware in general.
Loads of
in-depth
information.
Knowledge of this glass.
Loads of real things. You might think of them as professionals, but us as consumers, we would never appreciate. We would delve into these conversations.
Yeah, definitely.
So Chris will be joining us at 6. So what we will do now, we will take a short break to allow you either A, to get out of your PJs if you want to join us on screen after the session, or B, go and grab a glass of wine and in the fun. And we will wait for Chris to come and join us. We will then go back live onto the stage. You'll get another 10-second or 15-second countdown. So feel free to be in the social lounge, do the speed networking.
Yeah, I've got speed networking.
If you want to ask us some questions, I know there's a question just come up here. We've got a couple of questions that we've missed. I know these are live sessions. If I have a conflict for one of the future sessions in the next few days, are you able to share a recording? Yes, can indeed, BDS. So we will share you the links to the recordings so you can have access to the masterclasses and the sessions. So don't worry if you missed part of a session or can't attend one of the sessions. We know you're all super busy this week. We will share those with you. So good question, and yep, they will be readily available. So we're gonna take a break. We're going to top up our glasses, and we will join Chris very shortly to learn all things glassware and chef sommelier.
Yeah, don't worry about missing it, because when you're in the social lounge, we'll just click a button and it'll whiz you straight back in, like we did before.
So enjoy the social lounge, have a little network for 5-10 minutes, and we will see you all shortly. Cheers!
This is a lovely sound.
Chris will talk us about that in a minute.